I'm going to show you how to become a champion at increasing customer average order value. Let's go. When somebody comes into your shop, whether it's a store in person or a website, and they open up their credit card to you, that is the most important moment in the entire customer journey, increasing average order value. There's 3 words that I want to tell you about, that I want to introduce you to right here. Number 1 is upsell. Number 2, cross-sell. And number 3, downsell. They all mean slightly different things. Upsell is when you encourage the customer to buy something more premium from you. So for example here, if you offer them a protein powder for $29, well, you can offer them a premium version that has added ingredients for maybe $49. You're increasing the average order value. Or let's say, for example, you have a consumable product, like one of my products is a magnesium drink, and I want to sell 2 of them instead of 1, and I want to give them a discount for that purchase. So instead of like, you can buy one for $19.95, well, I can introduce the idea of, hey, why don't you buy 2 for $37 and save yourself a little bit of money. That way I get an increased average order value and I get these people consuming my products for longer. So an upsell is basically increasing the value of that order by adding something premium to that particular order. A cross-sell is when you introduce an additional product of your brand. So let's say, for example, that you have a beauty line and you're selling something like a lipstick. Well, maybe you want to give them a powder to clean their face because it's complementary to the process of adding makeup to their bodies. Well, that is a cross-sell. You're not upselling a better lipstick, you're giving them an additional product of your brand. That's a cross-sell. If you don't take advantage of that moment and you introduce people to additional products on your brand, these people might never find out that you have additional products to offer to help them solve specific problems that they're looking to solve. And then a downsell is when somebody says, when anybody of these customers come into your world and they say, thank you for that offer, I'm gonna pass on that premium offer. Thank you for introducing me to this other complimentary product, but no. Well, you can still go ahead and do a downsell. If the product that you offered was $59, well, why not introduce a product that is $17 or something less so you can still get a chance to introduce additional products. So this is something that as a marketer, you should be actively focused on introducing additional products or services to increase that average order value. To give you an example, on our e-commerce platform, I use a software that was built by a good friend of mine called Extra Firestone. And this particular tool is integrated with Shopify and it's called OneClickUpsell. These awards that I was showing you at the beginning of the video, there were awards given to me by this company because I happen to be one of the top brands to use this particular technology. So much so that here's something that I can show you about it. OneClickUpsell has made an extra $3,637,245. So here, if you're watching this video, raise your hand if you would like to make another $3 million. Yeah, I'm gonna raise a hand myself. So as you can see, this is a tool that has allowed me to introduce several $1 million more of my brand to people out there that in turn get to use more products and get more help. As of right now, it's like somewhere around 12 o'clock this morning, I have produced an extra $1,240 in upsell. The average upsell value is $47. So if somebody was going to buy $60 worth of product, well, now they're buying $107 worth of product. That means enormous amount of increased revenue. On average, I get to increase 30% every single order when I have the ability to introduce other products of my brand. If you look at, for example, my average order value today is $129. I recently did an episode in this same channel right here in which I talked about the difference between Amazon and Shopify and a call center. And the beautiful thing about Shopify, any e-commerce that you have, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Magento, OpenCart, whatever that is that you control the customer journey. On Amazon, this is not possible. I cannot do that. On Amazon, you have one product that you can sell, and that's it. You cannot upsell, cross-sell, or downsell. You know who can? Amazon can. But you know what they do? They upsell and cross-sell and downsell other brands and other products, not yours. Generally not yours. Once in a while you get lucky and they'll introduce like other products from this brand, but in general, they get to control that entire journey. So the beautiful thing about your own e-commerce or your own store is that you control that relationship. I can tell you that in the game of marketing, I have seen so many brands miss out on being able to systematically introduce other people to their brand. I'm going to show you a live example of how this works, how this tool helps you upsell, cross-sell, downsell. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this thing to my cart. You can see here one Magic Mac product for $21.95. This is a magnesium drink. If I click on this thing and I say, add it to the cart right now, automatically I get introduced with an additional product from my brand that is complementary. This is a beautiful cross-sell because the magnesium drink is not going to provide my audience with the vitamins and the minerals that they need to be able to handle their metabolism. So I am actually serving my audience by providing more quality products from my brand that have taken many years to develop so we can have something of high quality. So it creates urgency. This is done through OneClickUpsell, the tool that I'm talking about right now. It creates urgency, it gives information, and then you can actually go in here and I can just go and add one of these products with one simple click. It is exactly what it claims to be. It is one click upsell. And before you actually finish the full checkout, you actually are gonna get at least 3 offers introduced to you that doesn't feel like the brand is overdoing it. It feels like the brand is trying to provide more value and to give you more service and to give you something that you're going to be able to use to improve whatever problems you're trying to improve about yourself. So you can see right here, it's just one click. I'm now introducing somebody right here to a kit to remove the Candida albicans fungus from their body, okay, which is something that my dad was very passionate about and he talks about a lot in videos and his books and so on. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on add this right here, and just like that, this thing has been added to my cart. One click upsell. Again, in the entire customer journey, there is no more valuable moment than in that moment in which the person already has committed to buy products from you. So this is something that you can easily integrate with a few clicks. There's another one over here being added. And now my cart has become much, much bigger, as you can see right here at the bottom. Instead of having to pay only for one product, my initial order was what? $21.95. That one order now is 8 times bigger, and now I have $174.80 because I did the right thing as a marketer and I used the journey to introduce them to other products from the brand. It's very simple to integrate, and I'm going to show you a couple of things here about it. How does it work? How can you actually do something like this and be able to afford it? Well, it's actually quite affordable. This is directly what OneClickUpsell charges you. If you upsell somewhere between $0 to $200, it's going to cost you $24.99 a month. That means upsell revenue. If you go, for example, Natural Slim, like my company, and you're at the top tier over here, $350,000 a month in added revenue, then I'm going to be paying a max of $849. Now, let me ask you something. Is an additional $350,000 of revenue that you would have not gotten, is it worth it for $849? The answer is obvious, right? It's one of those opportunities that if you don't know, you don't know. All you got to do is learn about these things and you can start maximizing them and take advantage of them along the way. When you do one of these plans, by the way, when you actually get one of these plans set up, which I'm gonna show you the simplicity of setting one up, you're gonna get unlimited upsell funnels, unlimited upsell, cross-sells, downsells. You're gonna be able to create complementary offers along the way with a few clicks. You're gonna be able to split test different offers. You're gonna be able to have an analytics dashboard like the one that I showed you that shows you very specifically what upsell is working and how it's working. You're gonna have mobile optimized offers, which as you know today is 90% of the traffic is coming on cell phones. And you're gonna have like the ability to actually get support. So you can see the dashboard right here. At the bottom left, there's gonna be a section here that says statistics. When you click on that, you can see exactly how each of the funnels is working. For example, post-purchase upsells have brought me $6,873. You can have pre-purchase upsells. These ones have brought me $44,000. And this is just in the last 30 days. As you can see right here, last 30 days of data. So you wanna be able to like actually monitor this to see what's working and what's not working. If you believe this is something that you should be doing and you want to set this up for yourself, it's very easy to do. It literally takes a few clicks. In my case, I'm not a programmer myself, I'm not a developer, and I was able to integrate this on my own. And now my team helps me keep it up and manage it and create on it consistently every single day. There's gonna be free training and resources. These people are not gonna try to sell you anything, just like I'm not selling you anything myself. This is my friend Ezra. Ezra has been a marketer for many, many, many years. Before I was a marketer, he was already doing this. He built a big brand, a beauty brand called Boom by Cindy Joseph. And he actually is the CEO of this company and the one that runs it. And he's gonna teach you consistently how to implement it and how to get it going for your e-commerce site. Get it installed and start getting educated on it and get your first funnel integrated.